Hello and welcome to Mad Al Goes Racing, and we're back in Race Room again. This time they have released another circuit, namely the Bilster Berg track, which has, where is it going? 5 layouts, which are the full course with the chicane, the east loop with a chicane, and the west loop, and that's going from the longest to the shortest. And we're going to have a quick look at the full course with a chicane, and we're going to go with the GT3 Cup Porsche again, because I'm a sucker for punishment. And I've actually made a few minor changes to the Porsche to completely change the anti-roll bars. So I've basically reversed the front and the back settings, so it should be a lot stiffer at the front and a lot softer at the back. And I've also taken 1 degree out of the rear camber, which should hopefully mean that everything's a little bit more sensible as far as I was concerned. Also reduce the brake pressure a little and change the brake bias. That may be more down to personal preference, but whatever. It does mean I keep locking the fronts up quite a bit. But anyway, onto the track. And the first thing to say, this is a circuit in Germany. It's yet another one of these circuits that calls itself a little Nürburgring, and you'll see why in a minute. What I will say about it is it's very narrow, which means it's probably a much better circuit as far as being a driving rather than a racing circuit, because the chances of you being able to overtake anybody around here are fairly remote, I'd have thought. First thing to notice is straights. What straights? And I suspect playing this in VR, you might well make yourself very sick. It's a very nasty little corner, that one. That's very much a case of you will be dropping off the face of the planet a few times on a few of these corners. One thing I will say about it, there is 1 or 2 places where there is nothing obvious to say where you should be turning in, like here. If you don't use the chicane, you go straight down here, so you'd end up coming into the next corner a lot quicker. And again, even here, this is sort of like as much of a straight as you're going to get, really. Again, rather nasty little corner, and again, this one's probably the tightest corner on the course, but even then, it's still not hugely tight. So there are no really ridiculously slow corners on here, no hairpin, so that's definitely something in its favour. As you can see there was no markers of any description I noticed to say, please brake here. This is definitely a roller coaster. You will notice there are a lot of little cones beside the track. I'm assuming some of those seem to line up with braking points and turning points, but you certainly need it like there to tell you where the apex of that corner is, because it's right on the brow of a hill and you can't really see it, so you definitely have to be a bit careful over that one. And on the grass. So yes, definitely a case of it will take you a few laps to get the hang of it, and even if you've done a few laps, you'll probably find it a pain in the bum, because it's all a bit nondescript in some ways, the scenery. So once you've been around one corner with a shed load of trees on the outside of it, it looks much the same as just about every other corner with a shed load of trees. At least with a less camber on the back end, it does seem to be a bit more control of the slide. This is definitely a little downhill braking. I should think in VR this is a treat. I haven't actually tried it in VR. As RaceRoom does work quite nicely in VR. Let's guess where to brake corner as opposed to know where to brake corner. I don't know why it keeps coming up with a "you've cut." I did a couple of laps a little earlier and it kept coming up, "You've cut," and I'm going, I haven't cut. That little marker there is quite useful for knowing where to apply a little bit of brake, and this is just horrible. Oh no, held on to it that time. I thought I'd overdone it again. I think you definitely need a car with nice compliant suspension around here, because the uphill down dale nature, this is definitely not suit horrendously stiffly strung cars, I was trying to say. Now I'm trying to remember, and I've been racking my brains for a while now, trying to remember why I know the name of this track. And I can't for the life of me think where the hell I've come across it before. And it's bugging the crap out of me, so if you do happen to watch this and go, oh, I know where that came from. I'm not sure if it's anything to do with Bilster suspension or something. Like my brain's going, duh. Whoops. Change up, change up. Let's see if we can do a full lap and get a time for it. Again, why is it showing off the car? Whoops. Flying the brake there. It's gone. Ouch. So I think you definitely want to try this in a nice stable car to start with, rather than something that's a little bit tricky to drive. I would think in a road car this would be an absolute scream, bouncing around all over the place in a nicely underdamped car. Hopefully in a well sorted race car with reasonably compliant suspension, it should be an absolute pleasure to drive around in. As I said, definitely more a driving than a racing circuit as far as I'm concerned. Luckily I am the sort of person who does enjoy just lapping and lapping and lapping, rather than having to worry about, am I racing, am I doing better than somebody, have I beaten somebody's time. Right. we're all right now. Oops. Oh, I think whatever we did that time, we got away with. Actually might have a lap that counts this time. So we'll see if we can actually get a lap time on the board. Yep, you definitely need to slow down a bit more over that previous crest. Whoa. The amount of places where the back end of this car is trying to escape is ridiculous. All the way around here, the traction light was coming on to go, "You're trying too hard," and I'm not bloody surprised either. Such a naturally little corner, this last one. What are you gonna do? That was a fairly slow that time, so we'll see if we can get a bloody lap cut. Getting away from us there, and again. Going absolutely mental over the bumps. Oh, we actually took off there. I think we were actually flying for a second. Oh, too late, too late, too late, too late for the lights. Oh well. Why have I overdone it there? I think that would be an appropriate place to leave, to say what a great driver's track, and I suspect it'll be a horrible racetrack, but it will definitely prove your mettle when it comes to trying to overtake people, because I can't see where you're going to overtake anybody around here. So definitely one of the interesting driving track, not so interesting as a racetrack, like a bit like Cowboy Park, that sort of thing, which I always think is a great driving track, but for cars, not a great racetrack. Brilliant on a bike, but definitely not so much on four wheels. So that was just me pootling around, shall we say, Bilster Berg, and I have to say, could do with a few more brake markers here and there on a few places, and they certainly need to cut out the cut track warning, whatever that's about. But apart from that, well worth the £4 or whatever it was for the track pack, and great place to drive around. So I'll get back to doing some driving, and until next time, have fun.